This online safety bill, I think, is a very repressive piece of law. But we also need to recognize there is also abuse on social media that also needs to be dealt with in a responsible manner. So it's a balancing act. So there's some language here like child abuse that one recognizes there has to be safeguards. But the way they're trying to do with not just this, with any other legislation, you put something in that people go, yes, that's important, and then you put a whole spate of other things to restrict other rights, that then it becomes just a bad law. But also remember, successive governments try to bring laws to control speech, social media over the years. It started actually with 2015 under the Yahapalana period and by using an amendment to the penal code, which we challenged, and the government retracted. Then subsequently they tried to bring in a fake news bill, which was discussed in cabinet, I believe. Then they tried to bring other amendments. Now, with all of these things, what we have said, kept saying is, look at the existing legal scheme. You have the penal code. You had problematic provisions in the penal code, but also Computer Crimes Act. You have various other laws that can be used. When you bring in a whole new law with very limited safeguards, which provides broad powers to one entity with very broad language, that's hugely problematic. So coming back to the lawmaking process, you need to find that balance if you are to protect vulnerable actors, communities, prevent abuse, prevent images from being used for various reasons, pornography, other things. You need to have safeguards. You need to have that balance. Here, it's just completely one-sided. And some of the provisions in this could also be targeting religious, ethnic dimensions. So, if you look at what, and we're talking about reconciliation here, if you look at what's happening in the country in terms of some of the land appropriation in the north and east, some of the incidents where religious minorities are unable to conduct worship, conduct their festivals, religious beliefs, there's a whole spate of it. If one even talks about it, reports, you could come under this kind of proposed law, because it could be seen as targeting a particular community and creating a problem. That broad language is in here. That's the problem. So it's to find a balance in addressing some of the abuse, but not go to the far end of what this proposal is trying to do.